Hello, friends, family, and whatever would count as anything other than that. This is Wattpad Wednesdays, and I know a fair amount of you watching in the future might be wondering, well, why are you calling this Wattpad Wednesdays? It's not Wednesday. Well, honestly, I don't have any justified excuse other than I like the name of it, even though it's not at all a good idea to put something out on Wednesday when most people are very likely busy. So I decided to just keep the name just for the sake of irony, I guess. But yeah, I think it's all fine. It flows well phonetically. It's alliteration. You're like, listen to that. Wattpad Wednesdays. It kind of flows very well, in my opinion. But enough about that. You're not at all concerned about that. You are concerned about what you are seeing before you right here. Now, this is Blood Flow, a gifted-killer love story. Now, I tend to peruse Wattpad for stories that I think would be interesting to glance through and try to take the piss out of. But I want to make one thing perfectly clear before we get any further into this. Anyone who might be watching this in the near future or in the past, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you do in your spare time. Um, yeah, leave these people alone. Don't go on here and flood them with any like negative attention, like they don't really deserve it. And I've been racking my brain as to what kind of background music to have, and I'm wondering. 'Cause I have this open, but I want to get Ice Ferno's permission before I start playing his jams there. And by the way, that's a cheap plug right there. If you have not gone to Ice Ferno's Bandcamp, you most definitely should. He has some pretty sick beats, if I do say so myself. As you see, some Streets of Rage inspired stuff, which is always a positive in my opinion because that's one of the best video game soundtracks and video games in general. That's why I'm looking so forward to the fourth installment as it's coming out. But enough about that. Let me try to see what I can do here involving putting up something, musically inspired. So just give me, if you guys can give me just one hot minute, and I will pierce the veil when it comes to the overwhelming silence here. Hold on, I just need to turn this up to see if I can, you guys can give me just one hold on. Sorry about that. Pierce the veil when it comes to the overwhelming. Turn this up to see if I can, I just want to make sure that it's picking up the music without being overwhelmingly loud. Is the thing. Gonna turn it up just a teensy bit. I think that's good enough. So this is Blood Flow, a Jet to Killer love story by Hope uh, Genevieve. I'm not sure if I'm mispronouncing that. If I'm butchering the name, I apologize. But then again, you probably end up disliking me for a myriad of reasons after I'm done with this. So, a murdered father has left Hope's life in shambles. With limited support in her life, she feels alone. So what happens when a mysterious man comes to her life and flips it around? Blood, like I don't know, like this word right here, just the killer blood flow. It just makes me think of a line from a shitty. There was a Jeff the Killer dating sim, not really dating sim. I don't know if you can call it that. That I was intending to read or intending to play, and then something came up where I couldn't finish it all the way. But it was a line where I guess someone thought it sounded clever, and like you must be chewing on a tampon because you're about to have blood in your mouth. Like what the fuck, you know? But I don't expect people who are fans of Jeff the Killer to express a lot of creativity. But whatever. I keep getting distracted from this piece of art right here. So this is chapter one. My eyes flutter open as my phone vibrates out of control. Ugh! I grunt, frustrated. It is Saturday, and I forgot to turn off my frickin' alarm. I tried to go back to sleep, But it was no use. Oh well, Jeff the Killer's gonna help you out with that. I got up and got dressed in ripped up jeans and an Iron Maiden concert T-shirt. Okay, we're already there. We're already here. Just this description of unnecessary description of name drop items, and I just love it. It's like there's always a universal sign, and I do not know why people who are into self-insert stuff just do this where they have to feel the need to name drop things that they enjoy. I did my short brown hair and lined my dark blue eyes with eyeliner. I slipped on my checkerboard Vans. Checkerboard Vans? What? And whatever. This person frequently puts on vehicles. Well, who might have judged? It's 2019. Come on now. And headed downstairs. I saw my puppy lying on the couch. He was so cute. Ozzy, come here, boy, I whispered to him. A small miniature Doberman gets up and snuggles in my arms. I laugh at him and give him a big kiss. Come on, sweetheart. I think sweetheart's one word, but I could be wrong about that. We're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. I put his harness on him, and we leave the house. As we walk past the playground, my dog starts to bark. Shush! I attempt to hush him. He starts to back away. Ozzy has never looked scared in his life, I say to myself. Then I look up to see what he is so terrified of. Hello, Hope. I think this is supposed to be Jeff. Oh, hello, Nova Prospector. Mary Sue's life sucked until the psychotic killer entered her life and changed everything. Well, that's generally how it is. Oh, there was one fucking thing. Did I read that on stream? Yeah, I did. It was the creepypasta daddy thing, where it's like little kids, or the author was a little kid, and a creepypasta character like came up and murdered their fucking parents, and it was supposed to be treated as cute when they were taken in and adopted by Jeff the Killer, and Slenderman is like, I don't know, some people are just really fucking weird, and it didn't come off as sexual, but you know deep down in your heart that someone was getting off on it somewhere, and that disturbs me on a deep personal level that I don't even want to get into. Let's see, man. Hello, Hope, is it? A man laughs as he slowly walks towards me. I start to back away slowly. The man is wearing black dress pants and a white hoodie. He has black hair, about as long as mine, maybe a bit shorter. His face was covered by his hood. The only thing I could see was an evil smile. It was literally ear to ear. What do you want from me? I asked as I tried my best to sound calm. He smirked, clearly telling that I was scared. I want you to go to sleep, he screams, pouncing on me. He pulls out a knife and aims it right at my throat. I screamed, and my dog ran over and bit the man's hand. He screamed in pain as his hand gushes blood from a puppy. Okay, Jeff the Killer getting mauled to death by a puppy. Wonderful. That's dandy. That's fantastic. I think it's probably the most realistic thing that's happening so far. Well, he is old, so whatever. He dropped the knife. I quickly grabbed it and got up. I saw his full face. It was completely white. It looked like he was smiling from ear. It looked like he was smiling from ear to ear because he must have cut it open or something. How many people would see someone with a gas glove smile and immediately assume that it was self-inflicted? Like, that's typically something that people don't survive. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why that was done as a means to murdering some people. I don't know. Like, I could be wrong. Maybe there are people in this world that actually managed to survive, like, having their mouth slashed and not bleed out immediately. His face was... Oh, wait, where was it? Right here. But the worst part were his eyes. He had no eyelids. His eyelids were never closing, ringed in black. I held the knife out, not knowing how to use it, just hoping it would scare him off. Yeah, a guy looked like that's gonna be scared of a knife right away. Not knowing how to use it, just hoping he just stood up and that evil laugh again. He stood up laughing that evil laugh again. Excuse me. See you later, Hope. He turned. Okay. He turned around and walked into the forest. I stood there in shock. What in the world just happened? I picked up Ozzy and ran home crying. When I got home, everyone was still sleeping. Good, I thought. I brought up my dog to my room and sat on my couch, just thinking. I gave my dog a few more kisses. Without him, I would have been dead. I must have been crying pretty hard because my younger brother, Rhett, is that an actual name? I'm gonna look that up right now, actually. Rhett. Hold on. Oh, it is a real name. What's it mean? Rhett's name meaning. I don't know why. Rhett's influence form. It comes from a Dutch Rhett meaning advice council. Okay, so alright then. I stand corrected. Hope no one watching this named Red is offended. Hope, what are you doing up? It's 7:30 in the morning. On a Saturday morning no less. Then he looked and saw my face. What's wrong? He asked, practically running to my side. It's nothing. Just had a bad dream. I reassured him. He looked at me sadly and said, "Okay." He gave me this is not something that you can easily like brush off. No, you can't. This is not a little secret thing. Like some motherfucker came at me with a knife. Uh, you might want to check the neighborhood. He went out to the woods. You know, like again, this is written by someone who I don't know, like their understanding of social norms is lacking to say the least, where they think that if someone was attacked by a knife near their house and they managed to fight them off, then they'll just like drop it immediately, and most people would not do that. I would want to make sure that that motherfucker is locked up and away from society, where instead of being out there where they could prevent potentially cause harm to someone else or myself. He gave me a big hug and walked out. My brother is 15 and I am 17. We have always been really close, though I have never led to him, so it broke my heart that I didn't tell him the truth. But it was for the best, right? Okay, you know what? Again, it's one of those too dumb to live things, so you do you, fam. Autor's knows. Hey guys! So I really hope you like this so far, if anyone is actually reading this. Well, considering, look at all these comments here, so yeah, people are reading this. This is my first story, and I would really like some feedback and maybe a like. That would be great. Also, you can leave some suggestions, and I may use them. Thanks so much. Well, you know what? I hope that don't be deterred by my very harsh criticisms, okay? Like, I'll admit, I come off as an asshole, but you know what? I only have your best interest at heart. Well, that, and I'm doing this for the LOLs. Chapter 2. I was up all morning watching old Family Guy episodes. It was 9:30 when I finally heard my mom downstairs. Trying not to disturb my dog, who was laying on my lap, I got up and checked the mirror. Damn it! I mumbled under my breath. My eyes were swollen puffy mess from crying. I grabbed some makeup and tried to cover it as best as I could. Well, it was a little better, but still noticeable. I couldn't tell my mom I was almost killed. Why not? Like, what's she gonna do? Like, how fucking dare you? Like, no daughter of mine is gonna get, like, survive a near-death experience. You're grounded. I'm gonna take away all your One Direction CDs. Go to your room right away. Grab some makeup and try. Or I don't know. This person might be offended. I use One Direction. Iron Maiden. You don't deserve to listen to something that good. Let me see. Looks like I'll have to play the whole dad card again. Okay. I walked down. What, are they getting divorced? Did you like to play sides like that? Are you one of those shit kids? Like, you're not allowed to do that, Donnie. Like, Mom would let me do it. Like, oh yeah, well, I'll be better than Mom. I walked downstairs trying to avoid my mom and get some breakfast. Well, you possess up early, she says, not looking up from her newspaper that she was reading. Yeah, I was just going to grab an apple and go back to my room. What does she mean by early? It's 9:39. That is pretty early for some people. Giving me a good look down and motions me to come towards her. She gives me a big hug. Honey, is this about your dad again? I started to tear up at the thought of Dad. I shook my head as tears rolled down my face. I hope it's almost it's almost been a year since your father was murdered. We need to start moving on. Okay, what is this? Are you guys doing a RPG live action roleplay right here? And you gotta roll into charisma? Is that what you're saying? Or yeah? Oh, this is, I think statting into moving on means that you're putting all your thing into charisma, not charisma, agility. So that's fair enough. And that's very important. Trust me, that's what he would want. I nod my head slightly and walk away without saying a word. Hold on, one second. I want to make sure that this actually is capturing the sound. I don't think it is actually. Oh shoot. Hold on. Which was another way to do this? Hold on, one second. I want to make sure that this actually is capturing. Okay, it is. I had no other way of checking, honestly. Where were we? I nod my head slightly and walk away without saying a word. I went up to my room and started to cry. I missed my dad so much. I used to be close to him. He was on the business district to Seattle when he was brutally gutted. I knew that he shouldn't have go. It shouldn't have go, okay. Sweetheart, my mother yells up at me. Me and Red are going out to the store to shop for a present for Sarah. Her birthday is next week. Will you be okay alone? I'll be fine. It was a little embarrassing that my younger brother has a girlfriend and I'm still a single loser, but I really like Sarah. When I finally calmed down, I decided to take a nap. I laid down on my bed and drifted off to sleep. I dreamt about that guy. I didn't scream though when he pulled out the knife. I just asked why. He just stood there laughing. He just stood there and laughed. I woke up shaking. I really need some fresh air. Now I knew that this was a bad idea, but I couldn't help myself. Plus, I wouldn't go far. I put on my purple hoodie and walked outside. It was really foggy. I started walking to Sarah's house to talk to her. She was like my only friend. I could trust her. Excuse me. I felt warm breath on my neck. I felt my heart skip a beat, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to what? Okay, I didn't want to, but I did okay, but I did very slowly. Saw him standing there. What? I did very. What is happening here? I saw him and I saw him standing here. But it was odd. Like, proofread your stories, okay? Give it a once over, like this first draft, second draft, and then your finished product. Come on. But it was odd. I didn't see the knife in his hands like it did last time. You took the knife. Hey, he said, smirking. Hi, I managed to stutter out. Hope, they possess no need to be scared. But are you kidding? You tried to kill me like 4 hours ago, and now you possess not telling me to be scared? To not be scared? Yes, he replied. I looked at him, confused. He gave me a cute little smile. Cute smile. Jeff the Killer. Cute little smile. Cute little smile. Cute little... What? No, no, no. Cute little smile. Cute smile. Look at that cute little smile. Oh, look at this little rascal. Don't you want to pinch his cheeks? Oh, wait, there are no cheeks to pinch. It's just all teeth. Well, yeah, I don't know. Fish are pretty cute, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at him confused. Wait, I grabbed his wrist. You know my name, so now I want to know yours. Letting go of his wrist, he looks up. I'm Jeff. I smiled. That name suited him pretty well. Why? What are you trying to say about people named Jeff? Are you saying that they're all like fish-faced fuckers who kill people? Well, that's pretty rude, even by my standards. When will I see you again? I ask as he walks away. Soon, he says to me. I must have been smiling huge because when I got to Sarah's room at the door, she asked me if I met a boy. What? Okay, the process of events in this story is I walked outside and then someone tried to stab me and my dog bit his hand and then the next day I saw him like I think he digs me. You know, like what were we living in the caveman times where the way to win some, to win the affection of someone is to club them over the head and drag them into your cave? As he soon must have been smiling huge, because when I got to Sarah's house, like, what? No way, there we are. I said, trying to sound like I really didn't. Okay then, she gave me a wink. Sarah's up in her room. Thanks, I say as I walk upstairs. She's laying on her bed. Okay, her mom answered that for a second. I think I didn't read that part. She's laying on her bed listening to her iPod. When she sees me, she gives me a big old hug, and asks me if I'm okay. Why do you ask? Well, Red kind of texted me saying that you were crying. I probably turned bright red. I was just thinking about my dad, I tell her. She gives me another hug, and looks like she's going to cry. No, 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 don't cry. I have some news. I say, trying to tell her calm. Trying to tell her calm, yes, of course. What? You're gonna think I'm crazy, but there's a guy. Sarah cut me off. OMG, now we can have double dates! He tried to kill me. Her smile faded like she was gonna say something, but I shushed her and kept talking. He tried to kill me like 7 this morning. Wait, this is all happening in the same day? I thought this was the next day. So, like, you didn't even have give yourself time to digest what happened to you. You just right away want to, like, he tried to kill me, but you know what? I have a fetish for mimes. So, I like his Joker cosplay. I want to jump his bone. I want to be his Harley Quinn. But he didn't, obviously. I cried all morning before I decided I should come talk to you. On my way here, I saw him again. He didn't threaten me, though. It was weird. I got his name, and he said he'd see me around. Sarah looked speechless. Then she gave me a joking look. You like him. Okay, everyone in this world is psychotic. She said, poking me. I blushed a little, looked to the floor. Oh my god, I didn't think you really did. I looked up at her, tears in my eyes. What's wrong with me? I whisper. I don't know. She looks at me. Do you want me to walk you home? No, I don't want you to get hurt. I give her a hug and leave. Walking back to my house, all I could think about was Jeff. His face was horrific at first glance, but now I kind of liked it. Oh, look at this sexy man right here. Oh, this is the sexiest picture. Look at this. Oh, well, I mean, honestly, like, I can't deny that. Look at that. I mean, can you grow a mustache like that? A mustache like that? Do you have glasses that, that stylish? I don't think so. Alright. I gave her a hug and leave. Oh, where were we? Walking back to my house. His face. Okay, now kind of. Why didn't he kill me? I asked myself out loud. I just wasn't in the mood to, Jeff said in a joking tone. Where the hell did you come from? I asked him, part joking, part actually curious. I just happened to see you and thought, well, let's go mess with Hope. I smiled at him. Okay, this is all in one sentence. I smiled at him. We walked in silence for what felt like forever when he finally said, you know that you're basically leading a psycho killer to your house, right? I stopped then thought for a second. If you possess a killer, then seriously, why didn't you kill me? Looked at just as stunned as I did. Usually after I kill someone, I have no regrets whatsoever. In fact, I feel sort of happy, he smiled. But there's something about you. I don't know why, but I couldn't let you die. I blushed big time. He gave me that cute little smile again. I socked him on the shoulder and we walked to my house. That's a very, yeah, I mean, yeah, some men give you flowers. Some men buy you something nice like a box of chocolates. Some people take you out to a ball game to endear you. You never know. But I always felt that the nicest way to endear a woman to you, the quickest way to a woman's heart, is to attempt to violently murder them and then not follow through with it because that's they understand it as a sacrifice. You need to make sacrifices for your girl, okay? At chapter 30. When we got to my house, he chuckled to himself. What's so funny? I asked. It's cute how you trust me enough to actually get to show me your house. Well, I'm not scared of you, so what's the harm? He looked confused, but roll with it. And then follow me. Whether you're scared or not is irrelevant. Like, I mean, if a serial killer with a gun goes up to a black belt, that man could like not fear death all he wants, but if that man just pulls the trigger, that's kind of the one of those people are gonna get what they want. I'm just gonna say that. Then he followed me into my house and sat on the couch. Make yourself at home, I said sarcastically, rolling my eyes. Do you want anything to eat? Okay, this man tries to murder you, and now you have invited him into your home, like and cooking him meals. This is a literal patriarchy. A man could literally try to butcher you in the street, and you're like, oh, well, that's just him. Boys will be boys. You want me to make you a sandwich? And should I take my shoes off? And you want to fuck me pregnant so I can stand in the kitchen, as is my role as ordained by God? I asked him, not knowing what to say. Nah, I'm good. He started looking around. Which room is yours? He yelled, what? He yells down the stairs at me. Shit, why did he want to go into my room? It's the purple one, I yelled up at him. Just POV. I walked into her room. Not bad, I think to myself. Just as I walk around her room, I see pictures of her from when she was a little girl. I pick up a picture. She looked a little younger, posing with a guy. I looked at his face, just studying it. Why did he look so familiar? I walked downstairs, hoping hope reading a book. It was Stephen King. It was Stephen King's It. That's a good book. I laugh at her. Yeah, I have a strange obsession with anything scary. Of course you do. She definitely looked like the type of girl who'd be into that kind of stuff. I pulled out the picture of her and her dad. Okay, so just look. I know keeping a consistent type of narration is not always easy, but could you not go back and just take a quick glance at that and realize that wait a minute, she doesn't know this is from Jeff's perspective and he doesn't know that it's her dad. Like fuck my life. Who is this? I asked her. She has a sad smile on her face. Oh shit, she's gonna cry. That's my dad. He was killed a couple months ago. Her voice started to quiver. I couldn't control myself. I reached out and hugged her. I didn't want to see her cry. She looked up at me. She looked up at me, her big blue eyes watery. Jeff, what are you doing? She asked. I quickly pulled back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean. She cut me off with a kiss. Okay, you know what? I did only got 3 hours of sleep, and I can't handle this right away, so I'm just gonna take this right here. That's what I need. A good old-fashioned Dr. Pepper. That's the only doctor I listen to. Ugh. Euphoria. Oh God, I'm so. She cut me off with a kiss. I kissed back, and then she pulled away. I sat there not knowing what to say. Oh, I'm so sorry, she began to speak. I smiled at her and grabbed her hand. It's okay, Hope. I leaned in and kissed her forehead. She blushed and smiled. eye whipped a tear from her eye. Oh God, this is meant in Indiana Jones style. Fucking leaving like a giant lash on her face. I pulled her mom. I heard her mom pull into the driveway. I gotta go, I said. She smiled and waved at me. As I leave her house and start to walk to the forest, I realize that I still have her photo of her dad with me. I study his face one more time. How do I know him? What the host per review? What the hell just happened? Did he like me? There was no way. When I kissed him, he kissed me back. I smiled thinking about him. My brother and mom walked in. They brought home some Mickey D's. I rolled my eyes. Roll at what? What happened here that would necessitate rolling your eyes? I mean, I'm rolling my eyes at the level of intensive thought that obviously did not go into this, but you know, that's me. Like, fuck. Hope, did I miss something? She says, pointing to my smile. No, I say, try to hide my emotions. She is to what? She try is to hand me a cheeseburger. I just glared at her. Mom, I'm a vegetarian. When will you ever remember? My dad was the only one who understood that I was one. He looked out for me. Mom, on the other hand, not so much. Sorry, honey, I forgot. I'm fine. I'm not hungry anyway. You know, everything about you. Like, and you know, these are things that, yeah, I don't know how to explain this. That moment right there, I'm willing to bet it's just more self-insert garbage where this person, because they don't want to write a story and they want to vent, and they don't know that the two things aren't always synonymous with one another. She decided to use this story to vent. Then again, it's what I'm sorry, I'm just flustered right now because I didn't think it would be this blatant. I'm trying my best to be nice about this, but again, this is just so. This is not good. This is not very good. I walk into my room and start to draw a photo of Jeff. I'm not that good of a drawer, but when I try, it's not bad. I plug my head. Oh, it's a modesty. I mean, it's fake modesty, obviously, but you know, at least you're trying. I plug my headphones. I plug in my headphones. And put my iPod on shuffle. The first song. Oh my fucking god! The first song that comes on is "Give You Hell" by All American Rejects. I start singing and drawing. Why are all of you people the same? Like seriously, all of you like listen to the most obvious types of music. You sing out loud. You always feel the need to name drop everything that you enjoy in your self-insert garbage stories. Why do you do this? Like I don't understand. That's the thing I don't understand. It's not even the fact that you do it. It's the fact that all of you do it in such a specific way that I almost think that you all congregate together into one specific location IRL and give each other instructions on how to go about writing your garbage stories. I start singing and drawing until my mom calls me down. I get up and see my mom talking to her asshole boyfriend Joe. He happens to be a policeman. He's dressed in uniform. Great. Oh, what do you want? I snarl at him. He takes off his sunglasses. I need to ask you a few questions. If you wouldn't mind following me, he says. I look at my mom, who is just standing there shaking her head at me. I get in the passenger seat of his police car, and he drives me to the station. Wouldn't be the first time I was there. He walks me to his office and takes me to a seat. Tells me to take a seat. Excuse me. What did I get busted for now? I saw rolling my eyes. Okay. Apparently this lady she can see throughout her third eye. She is #woke. I put my feet on his desk. He gives me a look but I ignore him. People heard you screaming this morning, Hope. What happened? I took Ozzy for a walk and he bit me, so I screamed. Are we there? Are we done? He reached across the table and slapped me right in the face. Good! God damn, I hate this bitch. I stared at him in the eyes with a look of disgusted. I didn't want him to find out about Jeff. I got up and walked out of his office. Get back here! He screamed at me. I kept walking. There was no way. So far, I love this character. There was no way I was going to take abuse from him. I walk out of the police station and head towards my house. It's freezing cold, and I didn't bring a sweatshirt. Good going, Hope. Again, another thing about these self-insert garbage stories, that she's helpless when she needs to be. Where, okay, like, oh no, I have to be, I'm being assailed by a serial killer, and the only thing that can save me is my puppy. But right now, like, I'm just kicking her feet up at a police office, like, "Fuck you, pig! I don't answer questions. I'm here to be the one who gives." I'm sorry, I'm very sleepy. I am very sleepy. I have no excuse. Um, it's freezing cold. Oh, here we go. I walk for a while and then sigh. I'm lost. It's freezing. It's getting dark, and I'm lost. I felt hands wrap around my waist. Thinking it's Jeff, I turned around. But it wasn't Jeff. It was my ex-boyfriend Mike and his army of goons. What do you want? I spit at him. Don't you know it's not safe for a beautiful girl like you to be walking around at night? He says, grabbing my buttocks. I try to rum away, but it's no use. I'm stuck here. He starts kissing me. I kick him in the balls and he screams like a little girl. I try running, but encircled, and all of his minions have baseball bats. What is happening here? Oh no, you shouldn't have done that, sweetheart. He says, anger in his voice. One of the boys hit my knee and I fall hat to the ground. And then another hits me in the stomach. I cough up blood. The last one hits my head. As I black out, I see one of the boys fall dead. Jeff, where was you when she got bitch slapped? Every guy's weak spot. This comment might be offensive. Like, really? Just saying shit is offensive? I don't understand how anyone could view this even positively on an ironic level. I woke up screaming. Sarah rushed over to me, calming me down. Where am I? What happened? Where am I? I looked a little sacred. I asked a little sacred, but she looked at me, about to say something, then shut up. I'll let him explain. As Sarah walked out, I saw Jeff walk in. His white hoodie had more blood on it than last time. But I didn't care. I smiled as he came and sat on the bed. How you feeling? He said, and he grabbed my hand. I felt my face grow hot, and I blushed. My ribs hurt. I can't really move. I said I struggled to sit up. He helped me up a little. What happened? The smile on his face was less psychotic than usual. Well, I heard you scream, so I rushed over to where you were, and I saw you blacked out on the ground as boys hit you with bats. And I got pissed off and his voice trailed off. I knew what he meant though. Thanks, I said, looking up at him. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you possess safe, he said, kissing my cheek. Then something hit me. Jeff, where the hell am I? Why is Sarah here? He chuckled and gave me that cute little smile of his. After I finished off those boys, I picked you up. You were completely knocked out, and I knew I couldn't take you to the hospital, or they think I did it. I couldn't take it to my family either for many reasons. I knew where Sarah lives though, so I took it here. At first she thought I did it to you, and she threatened to kill me, but after I explained, we took you to a spare room. Okay, there's a lot of exposition here, and I'm going to take another sip of my soda. I don't know why this music is making me laugh right now. Probably because of my lack of sleep. I'm just glad you possess. Where were we? I laughed a little, but then stopped and grabbed my ribs. They really hurt me bad. Jeff saw my pain and offered to help. He told me I should get some rest. He kissed my forehead and walked out. Sarah ran in, was about to give me a huge hug, but then remembered my ribs. So how's you and your lover boy? She said. I sighed. We aren't dating or anything, so don't you dare say anything in front of him, I pleaded. Sarah nodded and told me what happened while I was out. He kept going on and on about you. All Hope is so sweet and nice and pretty. He really likes you. I felt my heart beat faster, and I had a huge, I had huge butterflies in my chest. Well, yeah, excuse me. Oh, so, okay, I unintentionally pronounced that correctly, excuse me. Well, you better get some sleep. Oh, and you possess bright red. She winked at me, knowing that I was embarrassed. It was so strange to say, but I think I'm in love with the killer. Jeff's point of view. I sat on Sarah's couch watching it more soda, please. More soda. Need soda. Need caffeine. Oh. Excuse me. I sat on Sarah's couch watching Adventure Time. Not a huge fan of it myself, but I know Hope likes it, so why not give it a shot? I love that. I love the mindset of the author here, where she like Jeff the Killer. Like if he was my boyfriend, he would watch all the shows I like, just even if he doesn't like it, because he cares so much about me. I couldn't get her out of my head. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for talking with not just one but two humans. Okay, Jeff the Killer is some dickhead who cut his eyes lives open. Come on now. He's not an unusual. What was it? Unusual creature. Is that what they called it? An unusual creature in One Punch Man, like people who do one thing specifically and then they transform. I heard the door shut from Hope's room. Sarah came and sat down in a chair next to mine. We sat there awkwardly for a while, but then she looked over at me. She really likes you, I sat there. This is what I think of their story. Excuse me. Turn to DSP for a second. Felt my smile widen. My heart started to pound. I love her, I say. I haven't said these words since I killed my whole What? What the fuck? Okay, I haven't said these words since I killed my whole family. So you said I love her before you killed them? I'm 100% certain that was not in the original story, but you know, it's been a while since I read it, so maybe it was in there and I wasn't paying attention. Sarah looked over at me, her eyes sparkling. Do you know what this means? She asked. No. It means you're not all bad. Not all bad? What are you talking about? I'm a cold-blooded killer. I say. I know. I'm just saying that you still had chance to kill Hope, but you didn't. You possess not 100% killer. I thought for a second. You are becoming more sane. You won't hurt her or anyone she loves or will get to you. Oh no! I have to go. I mumble, and she looks at me confused. Come back here soon. Hope will want to see you. Not after this, she won't. I choked back tears. I got up and brushed my hair, put on makeup, and changed into shorts with purple leggings underneath. I threw on I threw on a black sweater and was ready to go. And then it hit me. I'm in my room. Where's Jeff and Sarah? I ran into my mom's room. No one was there. I walked down the stairs into the living room where I saw my brother and Sarah watching SpongeBob. I walked up to Sarah and she hugged me. She still has a knife wound, or she still has broken ribs, and you didn't hug her before because she had broken ribs. Can I talk to you? I asked, in a little panic. She smiled and walked into the kitchen. I already know what you're gonna say, she smirked. Okay, smart ass, what am I gonna say? Sarah, why? Okay. What, okay. I will, Sarah, why am I in my house and not yours, and most importantly, where's Jeff? I laughed. You nailed that one. Now, can you answer the question now? I was getting impatient. Jeff went into the forest, I think. Oh, and you were good enough to come home. So I thought that you might like sleeping in your own bed. She chuckled and walked over to my brother. I put on my purple hoodie, and I had to get some air. I miss Jeff already. No, please stop! Someone screamed. I quickly ran to where I heard the yell. I was at a playground when I first met Jeff. It was a playground, like it might have been. I don't know. Like some, I don't know. I've been really paying attention, and my memory retention is dog shit right now. They possess faint. Oh no, that was actually right. Their faint cries coming from the sand box. I walked over, and there was a little girl wearing a pink dress crying. Her face was buried in her lap. Honey, are you okay? I approached her. She looks at me with green eyes filled with tears, blood running down her face, and I gasped. So I took her to my house and cleaned her up. Asked her what her name was. I'm Sally, she said, smiling. Do you want to play? Oh my god damn motherfucking Christ fuck. Sick of this shit, man. How about don't touch me game? No, my god. Play. What? Where is the bear? One real quick. If you do the clapping emoji, unironically, I want your hands broken with a steel rod. I very much dislike everyone on this site. Yeah, this is again Sally. It all comes down to Sally, doesn't it? Like it can't be anything normal. It can't just be a generic story where someone watches self-insert garbage. They gotta insert Little Miss Rape Victim. And yes, I'm gonna bring that up every fucking time, because if people keep whitewashing the original story, then I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Yeah, Sally was a little girl who was killed and raped by her uncle in this story, and they keep bringing her up like she's some kind of cute mascot character. I'm sick of this shit, man. I don't know, like, butcher a different character, or have it be Mr. Widemouth or something like that. Now, I like Mr. Widemouth, but, you know, just use anything but fucking Sally. I don't know. Like, I'm not even complaining about them using the little, again, rape victim. Just, I don't know, diversify your garbage. That's all I want. Just point of view. Chapter 5. I walked into my house and headed straight towards Slendy's room. Hey Jeff, you said coming up to... I don't feel like doing some accents. Not now, Ben. I have stuff to do, I growled. Ben rolled his eyes and walked up to Jack. He said something and Jack shrugged at me. Which Jack? I listened, laughing. Jack shrugged, looking at me. Is Slendy home? I asked Jack. Yeah, he's in his room. You know where Sally... I lied. I'm in a mood. You know where Sally is? We haven't seen her all day. She's probably just getting a kill, I laughed. I knocked on Slendy's door. Open the damn door! What do you want, Jeff? He opened his door. I want to see the files. I need to see the files. Jeff, those are private. I can't let you see it. I can't let you see it unless it's life or dead. I looked at him in the eyes. I looked at him. He saw urgency in my eyes. Fine, get in here. I have to just do the Conor McGregor thing against Mayweather. The man can't even fucking read. Also, let me see. Last time I tried to date a girl that killed her father. Worked like a charm. Wonderful. I have not seen like. I thought that the thing was frozen. Oh my goodness. Also, what is this? Pretty sure that the title Blood Flow is just a euphemism for a period that the author wrote while writing the story. Also, what's with the forecast that has music playing in the background? Is this royalty-free music? I was thinking about putting Ice Burrows music on, but I felt like if I didn't ask him at first, then I shouldn't. It was probably better safe than sorry, you know. I mean, he seemed like he'd be cool with it, but I respect the man too much. And also, again, I'll plug it as much as I can. You need to get these jams right here. Especially these stuff right here. This stuff right here. The Streets of Wrath. Very good. Very, very good. Where were we? He didn't have eyes. But if he did, he would be... What? He would have been rolling them. He pulled a lever that opened secretary apartment. Your files are in the third drawer. I grabbed them. Thanks so much, Slendy. I ran up to my room and laid my files all over the floor. I searched the pictures of all my victims. There he was. My heart sank to my chest. I killed Hope's father, I said aloud. Aloud, out of guilt. Hope's point of view. I took that poor innocent girl, her eyes hypnotic. How could I resist such a sweet girl? I would love to play with you, Sally. I said, grabbing her hands. Great, follow me. No, I'm gonna think of a voice to give Sally because fuck this character and fuck the person who wrote this. Great, follow me. So Sally's let me outside. Outside is one word. Stop doing this. You do this all the time. Every time you have you feel the need to split words in half for some reason. I honestly did feel comfortable going this far from my home, but I couldn't stop. In fact, I couldn't say anything. Really, we're going to play hide and seek. I'm going to count, and you do not want me to find you, he said, laughing. I noticed the blood was streaming down her face again, her eyes filled with tears. She saw me staring and quickly began counting. I ran, fearing that this was not a little girl. By the time she hit 10, something grabbed my face. I found you, she whispered in my ear. I got to Hope's house and she wasn't there. I did see Sarah inside, sitting on the couch though. I knocked on the window. She saw me and waved. I walked to the front door again. Saw this face like staring at you. First reaction is just wave at him. Where were we? Where's Hope? So I ran in front of her. I asked a little panic. She didn't seem to notice. Will she? How? I'm starting to get genuinely irritated. Like, these are mistakes that really should have been easy to take a quick once over and correct. Will she went to go play with this adorable little girl. I think her name was Sally. Oh no! Oh, just gonna do the old JoJo voice. Oh no! Which way did they go? She pointed out to the forest. Shit! I ran full speed out to the forest. I heard counting. I followed Sally's voice. 9, 10. I was 9, 10. Here I come. Oh no! I'm gonna be too late. I heard Hope scream. I saw Sally with her hand wrapped around her neck. Sally, leave! I yelled at her. She stuck her tongue out at me and walked away. You're no fun! You possess no fun, Jeff! She yelled. I didn't care though. I ran over to Hope. She had her face in her lap. She was crying. I picked her up and set her on my lap. Shh. It's okay, I'm here now. I stroked her beautiful short hair, trying to comfort her. She looked up at me and wrapped her arms around my neck. I ran my hand under her chin and kissed her. She kissed back, her fingers dancing through my long black hair. Neither of us wanted to pull back till she needed breath. We just sat there cuddling for what felt like an eternity. How do you know that girl? She asked, breaking silence. I chuckled. This will be interesting. It would be easier if I showed you. She looked up at me and nodded in approval. I'll take it tomorrow night so that you have time to calm down. I gave her a warm smile. She blushed. Jeff, I don't know my way out of the forest. Could you walk me home? Of course. Okay. I help her up and hold her hand all the way to her house. She goes in through the front door and lets me in through the window. Thanks for walking me home. That was really sweet. Anytime. I turned. Oh, by the way, I murdered your father. Fuck you. I turned to go out her window, and then I look over at her. Hope, I love you. She stayed still for a second. I could tell that she didn't feel the same way. I turned and I was about to jump out the window when she grasped my hand. I love you too, Jeff. I smiled and kissed her. See you tomorrow night, I said, and we pull away. She bit her lip and smiled. I had to go and warn my family. How many chapters are left of this? Okay, this is gonna be broken up. Five installments apiece. That's all you're getting for now. And it doesn't help that I'm very, very tired. So, I'm gonna call it quits for right now, and hopefully I'll be more better rested the next time I do this. Uh, Stay tuned next week for more adventures of Captain Self-Insert and her romantic little escapades with the man who brutally murdered her father and threatened her with a knife at the playground. I don't know where things are gonna go from here, but you know what? I'm having a good time. Why not? Just fuck it. Like, let's just watch the world burn. You know? Let's just all just go balls deep into the story and just really pick it apart piece by piece. So y'all have a wonderful evening, and Jeebus bless.